where do I start? Let me direct the frustration that is swelling inside to a beneficial source for now, which is that Brazil deserves more spots on the international stage. They simply do. Like the quote after the match I'm just going nuts. Like, yes, it's right. It's right. I'm sorry. It's right. Like, there is no world where North America should have 3 slots and Brazil should only have 1. I get people are going to make the case for international results, but you know what? They'll get better as time goes on, as like everything's showing there. I'm sorry. If you're going to treat every region equally, if they are an equal part of the global revenue pool as North America is, despite the historical results, they deserve 3 slots at Worlds. Period. Simple as that. Like, Brazil has proven themselves as a region that they should get equally as much as what North America gets at this point. And it is inexcusable from Riot to not give them equal allocation to what NA, the LCP, and the LCS or LEC gets. Simple as that. Like, Brazil deserves to be outraged for this in every way, shape, or form. I've been standing up for them for about a year and a half now. Even whenever we had the LTA last year, I was like, yeah, let's let all of us fight for the slots. And if they get 3 teams, great. If we get 3 teams, great. Like, then we know everybody earned it. It just kind of is what it is. Like, you accept that and you move on. This crap of just like guaranteeing a different amount of slots it's stupid. I'm sorry. And anybody that points towards historical context, I'm just going to ignore you on this. I'm sorry. Like, you don't know what's best for the health of the ecosystem going forward. I'm also happy for Brazil that their pride is showing through. Like, it is a very stark contrast when you watch these games in a 140 person arena versus in the LCS arena. The passion that the Brazilian fans have the second they start to get a lead, just the players being willing to step up and just be vocal supporters of their team. Everybody's like, oh, you sure can't stand up out of your chair and hype up the crowd and high five your teammates, because then that takes your hands off the keyboard and off the mouse, and then you're missing actions per minute that you could be taking. No, that's entertaining. Give me that. I will take that every day over watching what we do in the LCS, which is, yeah, nice play. Nice. Yeah. No, high five your teammates. Show some passion. There was one thing that pissed me off more than anything this tournament, is that Brazil cared. Brazilian fans, Brazilian players, everybody cared. They came in with this chip on their shoulder. You could tell, of just like, these guys are getting paid this much to do this? Really? Okay. And I know Brazilians, obviously, like, it's relative to the market scale. I'm not here to debate all that. I'm just saying they clearly came in showing that this mattered to them and proved it. And North American fans will try and scapegoat like the idea that, oh, this didn't matter. It's fine that we underperformed. No, it's unacceptable that we come into this tournament and look like this in any way, shape, or form, and that fans try and write this off. If you write off this tournament as a one-off, I'm sorry, you are part of the problem as a fan. I'm just going to call it out exactly how it is. You should be giving a shit that you come out and you assert your dominance, that we are a better region. Well, we're not a better region anymore. We are confidently the worst. If you take the top 3 teams from each region, as of right now, even though we don't get to see much crossplay between the LEC and the LCS and the LCP, I mean, last year's results speak for themselves, but I would say North America's last right now, pretty solidly, even if Lion overperforms. I mean, imagine a world where we lost Inspired and he went over to Europe. Oh, we'd really be last then. But Brazil deserves every bit of flowers that they get. They are showing, in my opinion, what a region should look like if you're not going to be able to win Worlds like Korea is going to. They are the example that we should all be following after. With that, let's shift attention over to North America. I'm not going to talk too much on Sentinels because they still have a squad that deserves to get a little bit more time, because they do have some younger players that are coming together. The language barriers that exist on that team can get more time. We didn't expect them to be at this tournament. That's on everybody else for underperforming, if we're being honest. But for C9, like, blow up the roster. I don't care what some fans on Reddit are saying of like, oh, you got to give it time. C9 would never do this. C9 should do it. What you should do right now is send a $150,000 check, assuming you got it, over to DSG for a buyout for Kryra and for Sajed, and then just do a trade, because the DSG will take the money. Blabber and Sven will be more than enough to make sure that they stay in the league. And even then, there are going to be some teams that probably want to pay even more for Blabber, but I think that's a beneficial trade for C9 because they get a jungler that they want, that's younger, that's unproven. Same thing for ADC. You got to blow up this roster, period. You cannot go into spring knowing that there are going to be team issues that happen at the international stage. We have seen this happen too many times. And this is part of the problem for North America is we are not willing when something is clearly going wrong to like cut the tie with it. That's not, and to be very clear, when I say cut the tie, that means you bring in a younger North American player. You don't just straight up import, because importing is also what got us into this problem where all of our young players are now leaving to go to other regions because you refuse to take them into your tier 1 squads when you realistically should have, because it then delays them coming up into the league. So I don't care if it makes us worse as a region temporarily. That's fine. I think most C9 fans would be fine with this roster blowing up. Like, I just genuinely do. Blabber is unfortunately just, for whatever reason, this combination of players is not going to work. It just isn't. They are going to be worse in spring and summer relative to where they finished now in lock-in tournament as other teams continue to get better and hit their ceilings, which they are nowhere close to hitting. So I think if you're C9 before you hit that point and it becomes incredibly toxic, which it's already getting there, you make the move. You 100% make the move, and you have such an easy option to take here in grabbing Cryro and Sajet if you're willing to pay and you have the money to buy it out. If not, then you're screwed until the end of the year. Sorry about your luck. If they keep it all the same, like, do you understand how much people are going to write off this squad and not care? And it's just going to be this perpetual cycle of toxicity unless somehow your branding and content can override fan sentiment, which I don't think they will. I just genuinely don't. I don't think you have that ability right now. And I'll use this chance to speak on tier 2. This is a direct implication, not C9 in this instance. I think it's more everybody else, because like C9, like they at least brought in APA whenever they could have imported another player from there. You can kind of talk about this with Thanatos of like picking him up, but I think he's an incredibly skilled player, so it's nothing on him. But like, our tier 2 is drastically worse than every other region in the world, and this is a reflection of that as well. You need to find a way to fund tier 2, whether it's taking like 15% of the GRP and just immediately putting that to tier 2 to make sure it's properly run, whether that's like us as fans putting more flame on general managers and on teams for not picking up young North American talent and instead importing, which then just perpetuates this whole cycle of losing our talent over to other regions. Like, we have to look at the pipeline from tier 2 to tier 1 to incentivize more people to play it and go, because otherwise, like, this is just going to keep happening. Like, Brazil beat us with an entirely Brazilian squad. Like, what do you want me to say? Again, they're proof. Like, Brazil is proof of everything that we have gotten wrong over the years. Their viewership's also bounced back to like 400,000 compared to our like 180. It's insane. But you know who I'm proud of this weekend more than anything? Kobe and Azale. All right? They crushed it. Osby, I think, is the name that they're going by. Dude, the disappointed dad vibe from them this weekend listening to the cast, and specifically Azale, who, despite in game 3 C9 getting ahead, just had this stoic, like, nah, I've seen my son fuck up in this instance too many times for me to get excited. And that energy carried through. So then whenever C9 does fail, it's just like, oh, it's even worse. It's even worse. Like, you know, your dad's going to be disappointed already, and then he's just even more disappointed than you could possibly ever imagine. It was wild. But shout out to them for keeping Kangas as well on the cast. All 3 of them crushed it this entire tournament and really representing North American fans. And it's safe to say that, like, the pride of NA comes in our broadcast talent and some players, but our broadcast talent's the shining star. The worst part was, if C9 won, the majority of this video was going to be talking about the LCS Primer, of which we got the entire schedule for Spring Split, which is a few weeks away. So I have a ton of time to talk about that. There's really not much to mention other than we will see Lion versus C9 in week 1. You'll see FlyQuest versus TL, which is a hype matchup. And notably, we are getting that roadshow. It's going to be somewhere in Arizona on finals weekend, but we have no clue where it's going to be at. My recommendation, we were looking this up towards the end of stream and off stream a little bit, would be the auditorium at Arizona State University. This is what it looks like inside, and that's a 3,000 person capacity. I want to make sure we sell it out. Don't go to a 7,000 person arena. Don't go to anything bigger and cut it in half. Go to a 3,000 person auditorium and sell it out fully. That's what we should be doing. And if we can't sell out 3,000 seat auditoriums in the 4th biggest city in the United States, I'm not trying to go doom and gloom. I'm just happy we're going on the road And people now know if you want to go out to Arizona on that finals weekend, you absolutely can. I would say you're safe to probably book your flight to Phoenix. And then if you got to figure out travel from there, which I doubt they're doing anywhere other than Phoenix, just go there and book your hotels. Like, start booking everything now. You got 3 months ahead of time, which is like that perfect window to start planning everything. Figure it all out. Trust me, go try and get as many fans there as we possibly can, even though we don't know the teams that'll obviously be playing. It's a finals road trip rather than like a team specific one, which I think is smart because right now our teams don't have the capacity to do that. So overall, very positive. Happy with that news from the LCS. It's just like all that was put into the broadcast today at the same time as us getting our asses beat, which made it like just insult to injury, if that makes sense. It wasn't good. I'm just jealous of Brazil, man. I really am. From the fans to how the players interact to the quality of gameplay that they're starting to show now as well. It's something that for North America, I think we just aspire to be. It's 5 Brazilian players too playing in their Brazilian league. I trying to imagine a team actually taking a chance on 5 North American players without it just being full rookies that they phone it in, or like GMing phones it in for 8th place, because you can't put 5 rookies on a squad and expect them to succeed. You need a mix of veterans and young talent. But every time that we go to young talent, we just go over to Korea for it. Like, I'm just jealous of what they have. Like, I really am. But on a positive note, I will say this. Wednesday's video, if you haven't seen it, well, this upcoming Wednesday's video is going to be the premiere of me picking my LCS team. Yes, the decision has been made. The teasers will be out on YouTube, on Twitter, and beyond. And the actual decision we're going to watch all live together on Wednesday at noon. So if you want to be there for the choice, because many of you have been asking, has he picked his team yet? Yes, I have. The announcement comes out then. So at least something that we can look forward to a little bit this week with all the doom and gloom everywhere else, if that's your thing. If not, then, feel free to enjoy your despair. But for me, it's a very happy moment. That's 4 months of culmination into one. And I'll also save Friday's video for a Q&A with all of you in the comments afterwards. So like, leave your questions, leave everything down below. I'll address it all in a video on Friday, separate from like the announcement itself and the conversation that's had there. So thanks for tuning in. Just Brazil, you deserve more than you get right now. And congrats. There's nothing else to say from that.